So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3 lowest recoil rifles in Modern Warfare, and that's going to be specifically the Grau, the M13, and the Kilo. And I actually ran a poll about this on my community tab, and with 22,000 votes, the first place winner was the M13 with 58%, the Grau at second place with 31%, and third place went to the Kilo with only 11%. And we're going to talk a little bit about this and why the voting went this way, even though technically the Kilo has the absolute lowest recoil. And on top of breaking down the individual recoils, I'm also going to give you a best class setup for each of these weapons, and then I'm going to be giving you a little bit of gameplay showing you what the Kilo class setup can do, because I've recently done a video on the Grau and the M13, which I'll go ahead and link in the description if you want to check those out as well. If you enjoy what you see today, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're brand new looking to find your way back for whatever reason, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on so you'll get more videos like this, and it'll be very easy to find. Let's go ahead and jump into the first thing, which is the individual recoil patterns, and I'm going to go ahead and pull those up on screen now. So the first recoil pattern we're going to look at is the Grau, and this is the Grau with basically the best class setup I'm going to be giving. The only thing missing is the actual underbarrel, which we're going to talk about in today's video. You can see I have the Commando, the Merc, the Ranger, and the Operator foregrip. And right here, if we just fire the Grau at the exact same spot from a reasonable distance, right around 20-ish meters, we can go ahead and shoot directly here, and you can see the recoil pattern pretty much goes vertical and very little to the side, almost no difference when it comes to the overall recoil. And you can see it really doesn't drift all that much to the right. If we go ahead and switch to the Commando, you can see that it stops firing a little bit sooner. So that means the recoil spread is just a little bit tighter. And then if we go to the Merc, you can see it stops way sooner. It doesn't even reach this red sign. So the Merc is probably going to give you the best compact recoil pattern there. When we go to the Ranger, very similar to the Commando. And then right here, we can see the Operator is very similar to the Ranger. So if you're going to choose between the Commando, Ranger, and Operator, you can see it's relatively similar, and you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck with the Merc foregrip. So that's just kind of a look at that individual recoil pattern. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the M13. So the M13, this was #1 voted as the least amount of recoil. You can see pretty much it just goes diagonally across the screen there from the center here up a little bit, like maybe 7 or 8 bullets, and then it just goes diagonally, and it's a very tight spread. All the bullets, there's not much jumping around. It's pretty much just straight diagonal, which makes it a little bit easier to control since you can kind of see the bullets moving, faster fire rate, gives the impression that there's not a ton of recoil. Then we go ahead and look at the Commando foregrip. You can see that it still goes up before it makes that sharp turn. So I'm not a huge fan of that one just because it has that big change of direction that looks a little bit more aggressive than we're seeing in the base M13. When we go to the Merc foregrip, we kind of have a little thing where it curves down and then up. Not a huge fan of that. And then when we get to the Ranger and the Operator, you can see that they almost have identical spreads, and this one just goes pretty much diagonal, kind of rounds off that corner so you don't get as sharp a turn, and it actually makes it a lot easier to control. Obviously, I'm not factoring all the ADS speeds and the other bonuses that some of these attachments give, which can be hipfire spread or whatever the case is. I'm focusing only on recoil, and then you can make adjustments to the class setup to better fit your needs. If you feel like it's too slow or you want to speed it up, you can always make those adjustments. If you want to swap out another attachment to maybe help with the recoil, you can go ahead and do that as well. But this is just so that they're all using the same class setup. The only difference is that underbarrel. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Kilo, which is basically voted as having the most recoil out of these 3 weapons, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So what we can see here is the Kilo actually doesn't have a ton of recoil. It just has very weird recoil that we're not used to. I would say that about 90% of the weapons in the game, they pretty much go up and then diagonal to the right, and up, or some combination of some degree up and to the right. There's very some that go up to the right and then curve back left. There's some that just go straight up and to the left, but this is one of the few that just pretty much go diagonally to the left or a little bit up and to the left. So this is kind of a rare recoil pattern, which can be very deceiving at times, because sometimes when you're firing it, you're trying to adjust the recoil the way you do with most of the weapons, and you're not necessarily able to control it the same way. But once you understand the recoil pattern, as you're going to see in the gameplay, this thing absolutely beams, but you got to be aware of how the recoil pattern works. So you can see right here, there's a little bit of jumping up, and then it kind of goes diagonal a little bit to the left. And then this one, you can see the Commando kind of tightens up pretty significantly. So you get a little bit more diagonal, and this is the same 60 bullets. So I'm not actually adjusting for any kind of recoil. Whereas we saw the Grau kind of come up all the way over here to the sign, we're getting significantly tighter recoil in combination with the Commando foregrip. The Merc, it's pretty good too. You can see it kind of has a little bit of bend and then goes back up. So I would kind of favor the Commando foregrip over the Merc. Ranger's pretty solid. Operator's pretty solid as well. The only downside with these two is if you look at this first couple bullets, then there's a gap between those and the third and fourth bullet. You can see the same thing on this one here, and a little bit on this one. You're not getting as much on this one, even though it does bounce up, and then they kind of stick together. So there's just something to consider when you're going through the various attachments, that sometimes certain attachments just work better on a certain weapon. Because I get a lot of comments going, why are you using Commando over Merc? Why are you using Merc over Ranger? Why are you using Ranger over Operator? Don't you know that it does this or whatever? At the end of the day, you want to make it so you can hit your shots. So understanding these recoil patterns, which one's going to be the easiest to control? Personally, for me, I would go with the Commando foregrip on this weapon. But obviously, if we're looking at another weapon, we saw different scenarios as we went through. So in addition to talking about the recoil, another thing that we're going to go ahead and talk about is their overall damage and their ranges, because that plays a huge role in how good these weapons actually are. So in a side-by-side comparison of time to kill, you can see right here on the graph, the Grau is in blue, the M13 is in red, and the Kilo is in yellow. You can see up to around 40 meters. It's very close. They're almost basically tied. And then there's a drop-off for the Kilo. And then we also have an M13 drop-off, where the Grau ends up being superior right up to about 47-ish, 50 meters. And then that also has a drop off, and you can see they're very competitive in this middle range. And then all of a sudden the Kilo drops off to being terrible compared to these individual weapons, whereas the M13 maintains that range. So overall, you can see that the Kilo does perform very well, but is not the best at taking on opponents above 70 meters. So we're gonna jump into some class setups for each of these weapons, but if you could do me a favor and rank each of these weapons based on the individual recoil, based on what you've seen, and let me know if this ended up changing your opinion on each of these individual weapons. So the class setup for the Grau that I like to use is the monolithic suppressor, the Tempest Archangel barrel, the tac laser, and the 60 round mag. Because it has such clean iron sights with the Archangel barrel, that actually saves an optic attachment in my opinion. And then I run the Merc foregrip, and those are the 5 attachments I end up running on the Grau. When it comes to the M13, I like to run the monolithic suppressor, the Tempest Marksman barrel, the VLK optic, but you can really use whatever optic you want, or if you just want to run iron sights, that's cool as well, and then maybe put on a skeleton stock. And then I run the 60 round mag and the Ranger foregrip. And then lastly, for the Kilo, I like to run the monolithic suppressor, the Singard Arms 19-point-inch Prowler barrel, the GI Mini Reflex. Same thing as with the M13. If you have no problem with the iron sights, you want to swap it to something else, I'd recommend a tac laser or a stippled grip tape as a swap out for that. And then I also run the 60 round mags and the Commando foregrip. So I'm going to leave you with the gameplay. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day. There's people like over here, and then there's people on this other side.
More loot up top. Oh!
Downed him.
Nice. He's dead. Killed them all?
Nope,
Nice.
there's still one.
There's still one, wasn't there? Oh, right here.
Crack. There's still more.
One, he jumped inside that room right there.
Yeah, there's one on the left.
You sure he's in there?
I saw him jump in. Told you.
What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy?
He hit me with that.
I
Yo,
downed
Yo,
him.
sniper
Right there.
way back there. Watch the sniper way up there. That's a live ping on the sniper up there. Did you down the guy? Did you down the guy on the hill that hit me with the RPG?
I could just
Yeah,
team wipe.
I need SMG bullets if you guys have some. We're gonna get rolled up on shooting this.
Yeah.
Can I get your SMG again, JGOD?
Yep.
Here.
Yo, here.
Yep.
Take the rest back when you get a chance.
Yep.
Hit his armor.
Yeah, see, if I had a sniper, dude, I could just drop these guys.
I put a precision on their head.
All right, I'm gonna push. If you got it on him, good.
Yep.
Let me know if you get any hits.
Oh, there's a guy on the left
my
over here.
God.
There's multiple squads. I think they're getting rolled up from behind.
I'm with Nam. I'm
I'm
on
already
this.
too
Yep.
close to the right.
Whoa, I got sniped from the side.
Knocked one on the right, T. Gotta heal. These guys bailed on the chopper.
Yep.
I was.
No way.
I got you, T.
All that up here.
Oh, there's another guy back here.
Yeah, I'm not with you. Far.
You could buy me back, JGOD.
I know, I'm trying. There's guys sniping right here, though.
Okay.
I'm on the way. Where is he? On ping?
On the right side of it.
Oh, up top or low?
Like over here somewhere.
All right, well, we got a whole team on our back.
Don't
I'm
buy
gonna
me.
go. I'm gonna go low here.
New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
So don't go to my stuff then, right? Because I won't be able to get it.
Probably not. I don't know where the guy
I
went
killed
though.
all those guys.
Did you?
Got him.
Nice.
That's one.
That was I downed the second.
One
So the
more,
guy. Whoa.
Dead.
Nice. There's guns
All
and
right,
stuff
guys.
on this
I
stuff.
have
T.
19, bro. We
Oh
gotta
wait,
win
wait,
this
somebody
game.
sniping at us?
There's guys over
shooting
here
at
by
us?
me.
Here.
Enemies in the area.
I broke one's armor.
Nice. God, I wish I had my sniper, man. Screw these snake shots, bro.
I want to rotate towards T.
Yeah, if we can get up on that hill, we can literally just screw these guys.
I'm
I
watching
might
the
play
right.
low left if you guys play height.
I'm looking. I don't want to get flanked on the right side. There's only 3 teams left. And there's gunfire on the like this way. I'm trying to help out with T. Watch out, T. Okay, 2 squads left. I'm pretty sure there's one down. They're shooting from down low. Whoa!
He stunned me. He's
Knock-
fucking
knock
throwing
I can't even
stuns
see
at
you. I
me.
can't even see you.
He's throwing stuns at me, bro.
Almost knocked that guy.
He's running. There's another one rolling up.
Oh,
And they're right
can you-
there. They're right there. There's one right there too.
3v3, 3v3.
That's the
Rest
last
T,
squad.
rest T,
I'm gonna
rest
get
T,
T
rest
right
T.
now. Yep, they're all coming up. You got all 3? Okay, cool.
I got
I
a
gotta
heal.
run around.
You need plates?
No, I got plates. I got plates.
Okay. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Knocked him. He's down.
Nice.
Right here. Whoa, his boys are on me. There you go. They're a little bit further right there. I did down him. Unless he has self-rest, he's not reviving. I'm coming around for flank a little bit.
Broke one's armor at the right. Broke the right side's armor.
Down that one.
Got him.
Finished.
That's it. Let's go,
GG's,
boy.
brother.
GG, boy.
How many did you have,
I thought
man?
I'd get that 22. I didn't really
Jeez.
get any snake shot kills, though. I wanted to get snake
Yeah.
shot kills.
That's how it goes
Still
sometimes.
still a good MP7 gameplay, though. 22. I'll
Europe.
take it.
Gotta use my kilos
I'll
class
take
setup. T.